First of all, thank you for inviting us to this event. I'm Seung Hwan from Overtake. Overtake is the brand from OTTM Labs. We call ourselves a decentralized game builder. I know that there are many Web3 gaming platforms, but through our approaches, we want to make some difference, and I hope this will have some impact on the gaming industry. I'll start the presentation. OTTM Labs is a sister company from Item Bay, Item Mania, and Player Auctions. These are the world's largest game item exchanges. We have 30 million gamers on board on those platforms, and around 600 million transaction volumes are yearly traded in those platforms. And moreover, we have 2 gaming studios that are currently developing Web3 games to be onboarded on our platform. Our team is led by BJ Lee. He's the former producer of FIFA Online Series, which was very successful in South Korea, almost the market share of 55% for 10 years. And I'm Seung Hwan. Before joining this team, I was a consultant and a data scientist at BCG, and we have more incredible members. And moreover, our game studios is led by Sejun Park, Hinam Ro. Those are one of the top game PDs in South Korea. So into the industry problem, most of the Web3 gaming platforms, that there are many, but they have a minimal progress in the proper utilization of decentralization and mass adoption. So the contributors are mostly focused on their financial impact, and there aren't many gamers in Web3. So Web3 game projects, they fail to get the pros from the decentralization aspects. So we think there are 3 main reasons for this. First, the games are not prepared for decentralization, so they mostly focus on the financialization. And the second reason we think is that the contributor incentives are not really aligned to the actual game's success. And the third one, there's a very small number of gamers in Web3, so their tokenomics is very unsustainable. So we want to directly solve these problems by our solutions. The first one, we will expand the scope of the decentralization of the game development, so that the contributors can have more influence in the game development and operation. And the second solution, the contributor incentives must be aligned to the game's actual success. So we're going to make a balanced contributor system. And the third solution, we can jumpstart with the affiliate game studios, platforms, gamers. So I'll go into the details. So our platform is a gaming platform with game studios. They can launch their alpha versions of their games on our platform, and the contributors will give feedbacks to game studios through our system, and there would be a continuous development of the games. And then the gamers will be onboarded on our platform through our affiliated services. So these kind of approaches, we have seen some success in the market. So the No Man's Sky and Final Fantasy XIV, these 2 games first launched it, and they have shown very poor performance. But they have gathered user feedback and did continuous improvement on the games, and now it's like one of the greatest games in the market. So go to the next slide.
Next slide.
Okay. Is it working?
Okay.
Okay. So we have 4 games ready. I mean, like 3 of the games will be launched this year, and we're going to expand the decentralization scope from artwork and assets to actually scenarios. So 3 games will be launched this year. Starting from artwork and assets, we're going to test core gameplay with our contributors. and then the modifications also would be tested with our contributors. Next slide, please. Yeah, so the first one is a casual game. The contributors can create the costumes and it would be listed on the marketplace so that they can sell their products. Next slide. And the second one is an RTS mobile game with card crafting. It's similar to Clash Royale, and the contributors can influence on their the core gameplay. We have different modes prepared, and the testers will be testing the game modes, and we're gonna adjust it by their opinions. Next slide, please. Yeah, the third game is the red one. It's a TPS developed with Unreal 5. The contributors can develop maps, their bases, and sell gaming gears on our platform. Next slide, please. The last one, we're preparing this game to fully develop it with a full decentralization scope from scenario building to actual gameplay. So yeah. So it's a kind of a sandbox game. Next slide, please. The second solution, we want to make a balanced contributor system so that contributors give our platform a game improvement proposals like EIP. So we deliver those kind of proposals to the game studios, and the game studios are required to develop games better, and it's introduced to the gamers, and gamers will play the games, and the user retention rate or acquisition rate and the revenue will be provided to the contributors so that they can understand what their proposals has an impact on the games. And we want to cycle this to make games better. Next slide, please. So to participate in this contributor, to as a contributor, they can choose between two. They can buy a contributor PFP, or that they can prove their participation through proof of participations. I'll go into the details on the next slide. The proof of participation in gaming, we think is their gaming careers. So we integrate Steam data, Epic Games data through APIs so that we can analyze their gaming history. So we evaluate their gaming engagement in the past so that we can give them a role as a contributor on our platform. Next slide, please. The third solution is onboarding Web2 gamers. And the three of our game item exchanges has about 5.5 million MAUs, and their spending is up to $20 per month. Next slide, please. So that only 10% onboarding means, 20% onboarding of the affiliate platform means 1 million MAU. And we can execute low-cost marketing from connected membership to mass marketing, target marketing, and we can give fee promotions on our trading platforms to make the users onboard to our platform. And we are currently using, next, please. And so currently, we have launched our website as a platform, and we have 3 games to be onboarded before September. Next slide, please. And we're currently fundraising $3 million Safe Plus token, and both grant and investment is finalized from ImmutableX. Next slide, please. We really believe that this kind of approach can make some difference. So gamers' feedback plus continuous development of the games. And we think the blockchain is a very strong enabler for those cycle, a loop. And through these approaches, we can make greater games. We have one video to show. I have like 40 seconds.
Yeah, we'll let your video run a bit more.
This is one of our game cinematic video. It's the red one. We have announced the video yesterday.
No life signals. How's your life, Tom?
No problem, sir.
Okay, we move to the target ASAP.
It's time. This is not good.
Okay, listen up. We copy the data and exit after main power recovery. All right? Okay, let's move.
Thank you. Happen.
But I needed it. Gone.
David, look at this.
Shit.
How is that?
Get coming. Tom! Carl!
This has
We have to stall for time. Switch the drone to combat mode.
All right, we're good. All right, yeah. Thanks, Jamal, for your amazing pitch. Oh, yeah, no. We need to do Q&A. All right, I won't let you guys go. All right.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah.
So each game belong to the game studio, right?
Yeah, we have a publishing contract from the studios.
Okay, so how's your revenue model then? You are charging from the game studios, or you are get the revenue sharing whenever the game?
Yeah, it's a revenue share contract with the game studios. We take around 50% of the revenue, and yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the pitch. I'm curious when the UGC element comes in during the game development lifecycle. Like, at which point do you encourage the community to come in and develop as part of your process? I'm also curious on how you reward them, like the distribution process afterwards.
It's a very important question. We have our UGC feature prepared to launch in Q3 because our games is currently not fully developed. So for example, this game Alien, there are only like 3 maps, but users can participate to create maps because all the maps are designed in modular blocks. So we will gather contributors in May, and we'll let them build maps and the costumes in the Golden Guardians, and starting from July. And they will be rewarded with our token. It's called OBT. But before the TGE, we will give them achievements points, which are points that they can collect through all the participation in the game testing, content development, and etc. But the hard part is how to calculate their impact on our games. So at first, we're gonna use the frequency of their feedback as the measure. But afterwards, we're gonna calculate how the actual patch that we did has an impact on games revenue or games user acquisition.
Got it. Thanks. That's very helpful. And I guess in this development process, how often do you expect to interact with the contributors?
Yeah, we think of it as a seasons. We're gonna gather their feedbacks every month, but we don't know how it will be implemented to the games. Like it's too fast. Like gathering their opinions every month, but game patches would be maybe in 2 months. We haven't really run the process yet, so we have to test this this year.
Okay. I have a question. So you mentioned that problem one for Web3 game that hasn't gained traction is because decentralization wasn't done at the right point.
Yeah.
But of course, decentralization doesn't mean we need to use blockchain. We have seen games using UGC like Dota, like Warcraft to Dota, Counter-Strike. Those are all UGC decentralized by the producer, consumer, prosumer. So can you tell us more about how is using a blockchain help UGC experience better? Because that's been successful in the past without blockchain.
So we think there are many types of UGC. You can just make your costumes and sell, but we are more focused on their feedbacks to the games. So if the tutorial is too long, and that makes a lot of users get drop out from the first part. And we're gonna gather those kind of feedbacks from users and make difference in the gameplay. So it's not really, we're not really focused on the UGC itself. We want the contributors to give us feedback on our game development. And the blockchain aspect on this is we have an idea of game improvement proposals. All these proposals will be listed on our Discord channel, and we're gonna give users to make votes, and the selected proposal will be applied to the game. And in this process, we can use blockchain to track which user has contributed on what kind of proposals and what and also the game studios, when they apply those proposals to the games, they can be rewarded, and all these can be tracked on our blockchain. So the clear history tracking and appropriate reward giving is enabled by the blockchain. That's how I think.
All right, yeah, we're right on time. So thanks so much for your amazing pitch. Oh, yeah, please go quickly that way.